Good morning, class. Let us write. We had a little lapse a couple days ago with the Kickstarter, but we ended nice and strong. Still a couple of weeks left in the month. Let's get into the writing. Always, let's recap the last two pages from the last class. Page 19. We have a blurry object come into the focus while swirling around what looks like the aroma cloud forming from a steaming pot of tea. As the world comes into frame, I catch the scent of London fog. And I tell myself, there's no way I'm back home. Either we miraculously Either we were miraculously rescued and Uncle Ben just steamed a fresh pot, or I'm dead and buried, and this is the smell of Elysium. Coming to, Spider-Man views Tony Stark standing in front of him with a large steaming pot of tea. All right, silence that. Silence. There you go. Coming to, Spider-Man views Tony Stark standing in front of him with a large steaming pot of tea. Oddly enough, he doesn't look weak or scraggly. He looks almost normal, standing in a bathrobe. Good morning. I'd ask you how you take your eggs, but here at the Apocalypse Ritz, we only have one option: powdered. Are you? Afraid so. Unless you were expecting someone skinnier and weaker. How long have you been here? Fury thought you might be panning out. We see the prison they are stuck in is a decent looking place with a working kitchen, library, and lab equipment. Peter is no longer in his spider suit. He's in the sweats he was wearing underneath, as his containment suit has been removed. It looks like an old banquet hall attached to a vintage hotel suite. It is almost like Tony is being put up in a white collar prison. We see several gadgets tinkering and lit up around the two of them. We see gas lanterns in the room. However, there is an eerie, glowing neon green glow coming from the exteriors of the room that bleeds into their sweet prison. Dead or half dead. Famished? On the brink of starvation. It started out like that. First few days or weeks, I think, were quite rough. Then I eventually convinced them there was no use in further torturing me because no one was coming to save me. That perhaps better quarters could result in successful working relationship. So they brought me here and gave me the presidential suite. And I've been reworking their toasters and tabletops ever since. Who is the they? Who is the they you're referring to? Who is the they you're referring to? I wish I knew, kid. I've been talking to radiation masks for the last year or so. The only thing I do know is they're not from around here. Are we talking aliens or terrorists? We've got room there. Here we go. We cut to the Sandman and the Vulture staring at Stark and Peter. They are also in their sweats, and the sweats they were wearing under their containment suits as they have also been removed. All four men stare at each other while the Sandman stares over at the kitchen. Hey, Stark, you said something about eggs? So I don't know if he would say Stark or should he say, hey, rich boy? Yeah, I like fuck Stark. I would say Stark. Hey, rich boy, you said something about eggs? We cut to Tony, Peter, Sandman, and Vulture all sitting around eating powdered eggs and drinking tea. It is an awkward scene considering the situation and relationship of the characters. Bleeding into the next panel and covering to the end of the page like a map being laid out in the exposition, we see a map of the ravaged remains of the United States. You can have some real old history fun with this map while Tony runs down the aftermath of the war and effects on the country. We see the east and west coast have been flooded, while California looks like a chain of large islands like a jumbo Hawaii. We see a large Disney-like super yacht floating around what used to be Florida. We see a large sign that says Arizona Bay to show off the new primal coastal real estate. Again, have some fun with the map, making it like a Monopoly style Monopoly apocalypse. Apocalypse style. Just a minute. Miami apocalypse game. When the Civil War ended, all that was left of the country was the lakes, the Rockies, and the plains. The coastlines were drowned in radiation poisoning. Whatever didn't make it sank to the bottom. Whoever did were branded refugees of the atom, and they tried their best to make their way past the giant wall that used to be the Mississippi. And let me guess, you built that wall. No, I was trying to take it down. And before you answer, not just out of the goodness of my heart, the pressure of my guilt, but because I knew that if we left all those people out there at their own disposal, that they would become targets and guinea pigs for foreign agents, looking to put the final nail in our coffers, which, coincidentally, is exactly, no, you need to say, is exactly what is going on right outside right outside this window, which coincidentally is exactly what is going on right outside right outside. I tried to get the Empire City to get the elites involved. I left Arizona Bay with a crew of my best. We were barely over the wall when we got shot down. No one survived. Except you, Stark. But I guess you were always lucky. How'd you manage to survive a plane crash? Ironically enough, I was testing out a new containment suit, very similar to the ones they pulled off the three of you. And that's when Spider-Man gulps down his tea. Close up as Peter takes a large gulp of tea before realizing Norman isn't in the room with them. You mean the four of us? Come again? Where's Osborn? Tony tinkers with the makeshift gadget that squirts shaving cream on his face. What am I missing, gentlemen? The mayor of Empire City is a captive? Well, he's not the mayor anymore. It's a long story. Yeah, I've been out of the loop. Well, I'll catch you up once we escape. Fury said there are trackers on the suits. Peter tries to get in Tony's grill as he is casually shaving without a mirror. That's not going to do us any good. He should have a mirror there. Fucking, he's got a mirror. That's not going to do us any good, unfortunately. They figured out a way to nullify the suits. How? Take a look out the window, but don't stare too long. Peter, Sam, and Vulture all go to the window of their room and peel up the shades. Of the room. Their room. Of the room. The camera's on, right? Okay, good. Hit the wrong button by accident. Camera's on, right? Are we on? Okay, good. The green glow becomes stronger and almost blinding. Holy shit, I know exactly what that is. Panning out of the room, we see the once luxurious surrounding grounds of a luxury hotel. It has now become a large, almost concave, volcanic-like pit of glowing green gems and rocks, all bathed in gamma radiation. Like a large kryptonite mine of green diamonds and emeralds. We see several heavily suited workers, slave labor, all working with mining tools and power shovels while performing various aspects of mining gamma gems. Pure gamma rocks, spread along what used to be Gettysburg. This is the new gold rush, gentlemen. Or should I say, green rush. And without a suit to protect you, I don't think we'd make it about 10 feet before you collapsed upon yourself. Those windows, thin as they are layered with protective foam, which means whoever is running this show isn't some random scavenger. This is a foreign entity with major backing and long-term motivation, and they have their roots dug in deep, and an endless supply of survivors looking for work. Slave labor. An empty belly is always a deterrent. An empty belly is always a deterrent. Tony pushes past them in order to uncover a set of blueprints he has been working on. So they let you have all these toys and gadgets because they know you have no shot at escaping. So why haven't they bumped you off? Or any of us for that matter? I assume they're keeping us around until we're no longer useful, which means labor or experimentation. However, I've got a plan, but I'll need to get my hands on a chunk of those rocks. Close up on the Sandman. I like these pages. Close up on the Sandman as he attempts to turn into a storm. He squats into position like he's about to Hulk out. Well, then stand back, rich boy. I had him say rich boy up there. Well, then stand back. Just stand back. Then stand back and let me do the heavy lifting. I promise once I get my hands on the rock, I'm gonna ram it up Fury's ass. After shaking around, Sandman stands still and looks at his hands, finally realizing he's in solid form without falling apart for the first time in many years. So what's your affliction? You're a power dancer? What's wrong, Marco? Stage fright? Bollocks. I can't change. I didn't even realize, Adrian. I can't. I'm not falling apart. It's the gamma radiation, Marco. It's nullifying your molecular structure, essentially acting as a cure. Remember in that movie, that fucking X-Men movie, if they're around that kid, their powers go away? Here we go. It's the gamma. These gamma rocks are like Selamiri. Now it pushes back the force. All right, so we can have some power. Like gamma rocks are our kryptonite. So it brings us to page 21. All right, let's go through our notes here. Peter will save Norman life for life. He's returning. Now, what I was thinking about doing here, we got 4 pages left in this chapter. Let's see about closing it out with them trying to escape. Now I got to figure out how to fucking get them to escape. We also have to transition back over to Dr. O. Unless we don't get them to escape here. Dr. O, we can end this with Dr. O getting all his scientists back together. Remember, he's got to go recruit those scientists. We have an Amazing Spider-Man annual here on our list here that came out in November 76, which is where we're reading right now. We're in the late autumn of 1976 in our Spider-Man lore. Norman is being experimented on. Peter struggles with the idea of leaving him for dead, but maybe does. Well, Peter has to return the favor because Norman saved him from Vulture and Sandman. All right, so life for a life. They're going to be experimenting on him. Some Winter Soldier shit. Right? All right. So we're going to move that over to 22. Our goal today, page 21 and 22. I will always retaliate. New Orleans, the Shield, make web shooters with Spider-Man, Dr. O. Has to track down the scientist. I think we're going to end it like that. Norman being experimented on. I think that's where we're heading. We pulled Norman out of that scene for a reason. He was not there with the rest of them hanging out in the hotel. Why are they experimenting on Norman? Gamma radiation in his blood. So Tony never saw Norman. They never brought Norman in here. They detected gamma radiation in his blood. But how did they get out of there? They are metahumans. They can make it out, but Tony can't. It's the gamma radiation mark. It's nullifying your molecular structure, essentially acting as a cure. So that brings us to page 21, right? We did 8 panels on this page, yeah. So as of right now, we're coming into our story. Sandman cannot break apart, which is basically, as long as he stays there, he's a normal human. All right, let's bring ourselves into the story, and then we'll do some mining. What we want to do here is what we have to do with pages 21 and 22. We got to get these guys out of that fucking hotel room. Who's going out there to get the rocks? Right now, they don't have power. None of them have power. They're all normal fucking people right now. Well, Tony's normal regardless. But Vulture's not flying. Vulture's not flying. Spider-Man's not swinging around. He don't got his web shooters. So what do we got here? Let's do some mining. We got to figure out how to get these guys out of that fucking prison. Is there a food delivery? They have to get containment. They have to get to those containment suits. All right. Let's do some mining. We got to figure out how to get these boys out of that fucking room. All right. So it's November here, so it's October here. We're going to start with Marvel Team Up number 50. If we were reading, it is October. It is Halloween time. 1976. Oh, this fucking stupid story is still going with Doctor Strange, Jean DeWolf, Iron Man, but at least we got Stark here. So hopefully we get some interesting Stark tidbits to use for our story. God help us. This has been a very cheesy story involving Jean DeWolf, her father, the former commissioner, and her brother that was killed in the line of duty is a fucking zombie, the Wraith, and they're just killing mob bosses. This is not a good run here. Who wrote this? Bill, not happy with you, Bill Mantlo. All right, so fucking he's a mindless idiot. He's torturing Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Spider Man right now. He's fucking frying their brains with some Jedi mind shits, and now Spider Man's gonna bust out and say, "Look, Doctor Strange, we need your help. Me and Iron Man can't get nothing done, so we gotta go. We gotta go and get you to come and get involved." Now, Doctor Strange, of course, is masturbating. I mean, meditating, and he's saying, "What can I do for you? What do you want? I'm fucking watching TV across the multiverse." So basically, what happens is they have to use the time stone, and while they're doing that, Iron Man's flying across town. He's flirting with fucking Jean DeWolf because he's a sexual compulsive. I'll bet you say that to every female police captain you run into, Shellhead. All right. The murderer who calls himself the Wraith is none other than Philip the Wolf, my own dear father. I can't say I'm a fan of this, but we're going through it to see if there's something we can use here. She's being a detective here. Her father's a former commissioner that did not want to retire. She's now the she's now the captain. Nobody likes her. They all think that she's a skirt, she's a bitch, and a girl boss. So they started doing this shit even back in 1976, the women's lib. For some reason, he couldn't bear to see his daughter survive to take his place as head of the department. A place he felt should have gone to his son had he have lived. So already we don't like this fucking story. We're just trying to get through it. They're going down to South Street Seaport. We got to see. We'd like to try to mine at least one tidbit out of every issue so that it wasn't a waste. Now, this is the guy that was running around with all the fucking stupid toy planes, flying toy planes into people. Big stupid brother. She goes down to the crypt. Except I know that the ghost I'm after is human and goes by the name of Wraith. Us girls are supposed to be spooked by things like graveyards. According to a lady who'd know. Yes, I sensed certain emanations as we drew near. All right, so Doctor Strange is able to recreate the incident that was killed, and then he sees how the father took the brother's body, reanimated it, touched it, did all sorts of necrophiliac, disgusting shit to it. Now, Tony Stark here is going through all this shit, and he realizes, holy shit, these fucking stupid, fucking asinine fingerprints belong to the stupid DeWolf brothers. We got to bring Jean DeWolf in here because they decided we want a strong, stupid female character, so they dedicated the whole entire fucking stupid issue to Jean fucking DeWolf. I hate this fucking story. This story sucks. They're making magic happen. They're hallucinating with their fucking brains. It's Mad Hatter shit. No one knows what the fucking limit of this asshole's powers are. And the commissioner, who's going to let his own stupid daughter get hurt because he didn't want the skirt to be the fucking captain. He wanted his dumb son. I hate this fucking story. This is Brad Whitford in the stupid fucking Agent Carter when Agent Carter becomes Captain Carter. Instead, Brad Whitford's character is such a piece of shit because he's such a misogynist asshole. All right, here we go. The question now is, how do we stop those mind powers of his? Well, the answer just might be this transistored alpha jammer I pierced together from a shield esper. Oh, fuck off. So Tony leaves his work. He's got the shield. He's got to put this helmet, I guess, on the commissioner's head to stop the mind control. I sense the same lack of command over my mystical powers as I've experienced before in Defenders. In case you want to go read it, the Defenders. The linkage between his nervous system and mind had been severed permanently. So basically, his son was a zombie. His son was shot and dead. He fucking made a deal with these two guys to reanimate the body, but he came back scarier and stupider. And now Doctor Strange is going to get involved with his cloak of levitation to block some fucking bullets. So we're going to keep drawing this out, drawing this out. They dragged this stupid fucking story out forever. But I know this is something similar because they ripped this fucking story off because Kingpin tries to do the same thing and drain the life essence of Spider-Man into his fucking comatose son. So fuck this fucking story. They even ripped this shitty story off twice. So they flew the model planes into the house to kill the guys responsible for bringing their stupid fucking zombie son back. Doctor Strange gets involved. Jean DeWolf gets involved. Jean DeWolf pisses me off. She way too much fucking screen time in this episode. She sucks. Everybody fucking sucks. Iron Man should kill everybody in the fucking scene. Sorry, baby. I know Daddy's angry. He puts the Magneto helmet on. He revs his fucking face up. He fucking suffocates to death. Good. But the worst part is you think this fucking stupid story is over and it's not over because now they have to go on trial. I'm going to guess Daredevil's in the next issue. Whenever you hear trial, you know what that means? It means Daredevil's involved. What we got? Oh, God. We got to do one more issue of this fucking stupid story. This is a horrible fucking story. Did we get anything mined out of this goddamn story? All right. Let's get a line or two out of this. I think I kind of know where I want to go here. Sandman almost looks happy and innocent for a short moment for Peter brings him back to Earth. Sandman will say, for the first time in forever, I feel normal. Peter will say fuck off. Peter has to fuck with his world, you know? Ironic, isn't it? You can have your salvation. Ironic, isn't it? You can have your salvation. Just comes with eternal house arrest. Ironic, isn't it? You can have your salvation. Just comes with eternal house arrest. Maybe you can cut a deal. Maybe you can cut a deal and bring home what? Maybe you can cut a deal and bring home a Gamma gift box. And then Tony will come in with, it was kind of cruel. These two these two men these two men tried to kill me. These two men tried to kill me. What else happens in the shot? Because it can't just be all right. Sandman. Sandman almost looks happy and innocent for a short moment before Peter brings him back to Earth, while pouring himself fresh cup of tea. All right. Somehow it's got to lead to Osborn. These two men tried to. That was kind of cruel. These two men tried to kill me. Ironic, isn't it? You can have your salvation. It just comes with eternal house arrest. Maybe you can cut a deal and bring home a Gamma gift box. Maybe you can cut a deal and bring home a Gamma necklace. Maybe you can cut a deal and bring home a Gamma necklace. That was kind of cruel. These two men tried to kill me. And then Vulture. Will get in Peter's face. Vulture get in Peter's face. All right, I like that. Because you're work. All right, God damn it. It's because you're working. That's because you're working with Osborn. These two men tried to kill me. That's because you're working with Osborn. That's because you butt your head. You involve yourself. That's because you involve yourself in matters of disregard. That's because you involved yourself. You know, just you involved yourself. That's because you involved yourself. Another one of Osborn's, another one of Osborn's pawns looking for glory. That's because you involved yourself. It's like Vulture's gonna get in his fucking face, you know? That's because you involved yourself. Another one of Osborn's pawn looking for fortune and glory. Fortune and glory at the end of a stick. He will cripple you. He will cripple you, boy. Unless, of course, we do first. Then Peter will say, you know what? You know what, old man? You know what, old man? That ring of gamma. That ring of gamma outside. You know what, old man? That ring of gamma outside nullifies both of our abilities. It's the way I see it. You know what, old man? That ring of gamma outside nullifies both of our abilities. It's the way I see it. This will be a fair fight. You know what, old man? That ring of gamma outside nullifies both of our abilities. So the way I see it, this will be a fair fight. See, this is what I'm thinking. Instead of like the natural trope is Tony would probably try to break them up, but instead he eggs them on. He wants them to fight. This way they get those other guys distracted, and they'll all get zapped and kind of brought in. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Tony's got to get them to fight. All right, here's where we're going. Tony's got to get them to fight. This way, the fight barrels outside. Whoever the overlords are, I've got to fucking zap them, zank them, bring them into the place where fucking how? Okay, so Spider-Man and Vulture will brawl. They'll take them for some fucking. They'll take the two of them away. Tony and Sandman will grab the rocks during all the confusion. Oh, yes, that's right. You know what, old man? That ring of gamma outside nullifies both of our abilities. So the way I see it, this will be a fair fight. As long as you promise to leave your dance partner out this time. Nah, nah. Look, you're talking shit right there. The way I see it, this will be a fair fight. I like this. Sandman tries to intervene and even calm them down. Ironically, Tony is egging them on to fight. Oh, I love this. He wants them to fight. They'll get fucking shocked out, brought to the fucking prison lab, whatever, the lab, where they'll wake up because they'll be out of the range of the gamma shit. And Tony will tell his plan to Sandman. They're fighting, they're getting taken away. Tony will say, let's go while they're distracted. Grab those rocks. Grab rocks while they're distracted. What about all those what about all those captives? I don't think they're gonna rat on us. I like that. I like that. I like that. This game's gonna be massive. Oh, that game. Ooh. Is that late pledge? No, it's not. We're not allowing late pledges. Start making covers. Start making art. Second. Grand Theft Football. All the stars in the surrounding shots. Maybe cheerleaders. Sorry, making new hoodies. Maybe cheerleaders as well. All right. Sandman tries to intervene and even calm them down. Ironically, Tony is egging them on to fight. Right, I like this. Now, gentlemen, gentlemen, now, boys. I know everyone's cranky, but right now, I'm enjoying this moment of solidarity. Right now, I'm enjoying this moment of solidarity. So why don't you two? Why don't you pipe down? Why don't you two pipe down? Why don't you two pipe down? Have some tea. Make an escape plan. Tony will say, "I disagree." Sammy will be like, "What? What?" I mean, you're right, Peter. I mean, you're right, Peter. These two tried to kill you. Now you have youth. Now you have youth. You have anger. All that testosterone. All that testosterone and hormones. Why not just take it all out on this decrepit old fossil? Why not just take it all out on this decrepit old fossil? More powdered eggs for all of us. And even Peter's confused. I disagree. I disagree. Fight. Stan will say, I disagree. Fight. Fight. I disagree. Fight. Fight. What? I'll just say one fight. I disagree. Fight. What? I mean, you're right, Peter. These two try to kill you. Now you have youth, you have anger, all that testosterone and hormones. Why not just take it all out, this decrepit old fossil? More powdered eggs for all of us. Doc, what the bloody hell are you doing? Stark, what the bloody hell are you doing? Relax, Sandman. Relax, Sandman. Been cooped up, been cooped up for a year. I should have alcohol in that hotel room. He should be fucking drunk. No, because the expectation is that he would be drunk, and I want to get away from that. I literally want him just reading. Yeah, I like getting away from it. It's the expectation is that he'll just be fucking blitzed out of his fucking mind, and I wanted it's almost different. Like he's just fucking reading and chilling. Relax, Sandman. I've been cooped up for a year with no, with nothing but relax, Sam. I've been cooped up for a year with no cable, with no streams of scotch, with no streams or scotch. Could use, could use some entertainment. What do you say? Case of gamma rocks. A case of gamma rocks on the kid. What do you say? Double or nothing on the kid. What do you say? Double or nothing on the kid. TKO. He's got to get them to fight where they smash through the door, or they smash through the window. He doesn't want them smashing through the window because then they'll pass out from gamma exposure. Relax, Sam, and I've been cooped up for a year with no streams or scotch. I can use some entertainment. What do you say? Double or nothing on the kid. TKO. TKO. Peter and the vulture both grab, both grab each other. No, I want somebody's got to hit the other one first. Both grab at each other. Both Peter and the vulture go to lock up like two wrestlers as Stark continues to egg them on and try to point them towards the hotel door. Peter and the vulture. Yeah, I like this. We're having fun. I'm having fun here, man. I'm having fun here. Having some fun. Yeah, I like that we didn't get. I wanted to get away because the idea was if he woke up and he was just fucking drunk the whole time, it would just be boring. It'd be expected. Tony Stark was a drunk, so I'm like, can we get away from that? He doesn't have his alcohol. He's fucking. He's got books like he's just reading. They stuck him in an old hotel. Peter and the Vulture go to lock up like two wrestlers as Stark continues to egg them on and try to point them towards and tries tries to point them towards the hotel door. What do you say? Double or nothing on the kid. TKO. Double or nothing on the kid. TKO. He said, I'm bored. I need entertainment. Better make a move, kid. He seems like the type to hit first. Better make a move, kid. He seems like the type to hit first. Before you kill each other. Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Peter and the Vulture go to lock up like two wrestlers. No, not go to. Lock up. And tries to point them to the hotel door. Better make a move, kid. He seems like the type to hit first. But before you two kill each other, can you do me a favor? Peter and the Vulture. As Peter and the Vulture grapple with one another, Sandman tries to intervene, but Stark pushes himself into all of them to get them to smash towards no wait, Get them to barrel towards the hotel front door. Before you kill each other, can you do me a favor? Is it like this? He's pushing him out there like that. As Peter and the Vulture grapple with one another, Sandman tries to intervene, but Stark pushes himself into all of them to get them to barrel towards the hotel front door. Better make a move, Kitty. He seems like the type to hit first. But before you kill each other, can you do me a favor? Aim for the door, not the window. Not the windows. Stark, you're raving mad. Stark, you're blooming nuts. Just trust me, Sandman. And push. Like it, or love it, or want some more of it. Oh, we gotta get to this fucking trial. Ugh. The trial of, oh, you piece of shit. You. And push. And just like that, Vulture and Peter go flying out the front of the hotel suite door into the field of Gamma Farm. Of Gamma Farm. Into the field at the base of the Gamma Farm. We see the suited overlords turn towards them. And just like that, Vulture and Peter go flying out the front of the hotel suite door into the field at the base of the Gamma Farm. We see the suited overlords turn towards them. Turn towards them. SFX of them smashing out the door. SFX of them smashing out the door. Okay. Just like that, Vulture and Peter go flying out the front of the hotel suite door into the field at the base of the Gamma Farm. We see the suited overlords turn toward them. SFX of them smashing out the door. All right, so what are we saying here? Just like that, Vulture and Peter go flying out the front of the hotel suite door into the field at the base of the Gamma Farm. We see the suited overlords turn towards them. SFX of them smashing out the door. Just like that, Vulture and Peter. Whoa, that was a good hit. Gonna finish this page and we can do some more mining for the last page. Just like that, Peter and Vulture and Peter go flying out the front of the hotel suite door into the field at the base of the Gamma Farm. Like I said, Stark will call the orders to them. And push. All right. Nice move. Nice move, Stark. Nice move, Stark. Nice move, Stark. What? Now what? Nice move, Stark. Now what? Quick. Well, the overlords are distracted. Well, the overlords are distracted watching the brawl. Nice move, Stark. Now what? Quick. While the overlords are distracted watching the brawl, grab as many rocks as you can. Quick. While the overlords are distracted watching the brawl, grab as many rocks as you can. This is our only shot before they zap. This is our only shot before they zap the two of them. Quick. While the overlords are distracted watching the brawl, grab as many rocks as you can. This is our only shot before they zap the two of them. All right, good. I like that. Let's get another panel out of this. Panel 7. Instead of immediately zapping them, it's their only shot before they zap the two of them. Instead of immediately zapping them, the overlords gather around while the slave labor also watches as Peter and the vulture brawl like two wrestlers. We even see the overlords cheering. We even see the. Should they pass out or should they get zapped? We even see the overlords cheering. Okay. Peter and the vulture brawl like two wrestlers. We even see the overlords cheering. Wow. Okay. Late. We see a small shot of Sandman gathering. So he should be doing. Should he? Are we using that? What do we have on the rest of this page here? This is the two of them in each other's faces. So that's a small panel. Happy for a short moment. Peter busts in, gets in his face. Okay, I like that. Tries to intervene, pushes him out the door. So that's all tiny panels. You can do that. They're brawling, pushes himself. Okay, good. You can see overlords cheering while the Sandman is in the background, grabbing rocks, grabbing as many rocks, many gamma rocks, as he can. We see a quick, almost somber shot of Sandman making eye contact with a young captive. He puts his. The idea here is to almost show Sandman turn. Sandman's gonna see a fucking kid down here, like a young captive, busting out a mine or whatever. But can he tell they're captive? Aren't they all in radiation suits? Nah, that doesn't work. Okay, with a young captive through her radiation mask. He puts his finger over his mouth to signal her to keep quiet. This is almost like a moment where we can have Sandman almost turn babyface. And the guys can liberate this mind. Maybe not this issue, maybe the next issue. They gotta make a fucking plan. The idea is Peter can go back to Empire City, but he's gonna stay and liberate this fucking mind. Yeah, he's gotta be you gotta have that real hero moment. We see a quick, almost somber shot of Sandman making eye contact with a young captive through her radiation mask. He puts his finger over his mouth to signal her to keep quiet. This is almost like a moment where we can have Sandman almost turn babyface, and the guys can liberate this mind. Let's liberate this mind instead of being selfish and walking away. See, I need dialogue here. Well, not. I can say this in the narrative box. Instead of immediately zapping them, the overlords gather around while the slave labor also watches, as Peter and the Vulture brawl like two wrestlers. We even see the overlords cheering while the Sandman is in the background grabbing as many gamma rocks as he can. But how do we say that? How do we say that? You need something here. Everything I just said in terms of being a babyface. All right, here we go. I like a narrative here. I want a narrative here. I don't want no lines. Peter shouldn't know that Tony was setting him up. He needed it raw. Narrative box. One of the best parts of watching pro wrestling growing up. One of the best parts of watching pro wrestling growing up was when one of the great villains of the squared circle, one of the great villains of the squared circle. One of the best parts of watching pro wrestling growing up was when one of the great villains of the squared circle would have a change of heart. A melodramatic moment, heightened heightened by music, sweat, by sound, sweat, and spectacle. And the man you spent eternity booing and hissing is now your champion. One of the best parts of watching pro wrestling growing up was when one of the great villains of the squared circle would have a change of heart. A melodramatic moment heightened by sound, sweat, and spectacle. And the man you spent eternity booing and hissing is now your champion. Your hero. It's a trope that's been done. Over and over. So how do you make it fresh? We see a quick, almost somber shot of Sandman making eye contact with a young captive through her radiation mask. Through his. It's gonna be a young boy. They wouldn't have a girl in a fucking mind. To signal him. The sun. So how do you make it fresh? He's now your champion, your hero. It's a trope that's been done over and over. So how do you make it fresh? We see the quick, almost somber moment. Okay, back to the narrator. Yeah, like a little good narration every now and then. Make a scene dance. So how do you make it fresh? No one knows what circumstances led Flint Marco to a life of crime, or how he found himself victim of a madman's machinations. No one knows. No one knows the circumstances that led Flint Marco to a life of crime, or how he found himself the victim of a madman's machinations. But even while his friend brawled with his enemy and his captors were distracted. But even while his friend brawled with his enemy and his captors were distracted, there was one singular moment. But even while his friend brawled with his enemy and his captors were distracted, there was one singular moment where he thought he could make it out in time. There was one singular moment where he thought he could make it out in time and make a break. By himself, for himself. The villain's trope. Cowardly escape. But something in the fields made him change his mind. No one knows the circumstances that led Flint Marco to a life of crime, or how he found himself the victim of a madman's machinations. But even while his friend brawled with his enemies and his captors were distracted, there was one singular moment where he thought he could make it out in time and make a break. By himself, for himself. The villain's trope, the cowardly escape. But something in the fields made him change his mind. For himself, by himself, for himself. The villain's trope. Pro wrestling villain's trope. The cowardly escape. The cowardly heel escape. But then something in the fields made him change his mind. That's it. You don't have to say, and now he's going to be a babyface. That's tacky. That's the end of that fucking page right there. That's a gorgeous page. That's the end of that chapter. That's a gorgeous fucking page. I love that page. I hate this fucking story. All right, so we're gonna mine. We gotta figure out what's going on. We can either go back to Doctor Octopus because this is a good. This is good right here. Sandman said, "Shush," you know. We don't need to show them getting zapped. That's a tacky. That's a tacky. Overlords are watching. We're going to assume that they were zapped and brought into the lab. And they're going to be brought into the lab maybe in our last two pages, where we're going to see Norman Osborn being experimented upon. So either we're going to transition in this page 22 here, in this page 22 here, for Dr. O finding those scientists trying to escape Empire City, or taking like a train to Madripoor or something, or a Hyperloop. They're going to take the Hyperloop. Dr. O catches up to the scientists before they escape, no, before they yeah, depart the city on a Hyperloop. To where? Can't always throw Madripoor in. Madripoor or Cordo Maltese. I mean, this is our universe. Metropolis. No, Metropolis would have been savaged in the war. That's a different war. Hyperloop to Madripoor. Metropolis. Should we just drop a little Metropolis Easter egg? The Isle of San Marte. Well, that's in Superman. Superman. San Marte. Well, can we make a fictional Marvel city? The Vice City is Miami. And remember, Florida's sunk in our city, in our universe here, so it's a Disney yacht, the Disney super ship. Like the Disney basically has a Death Star, which I like in our storyline. The Disney Death Star, the Disney Star. Instead of Disney Moon Park, the Disney Star. Yes. Oh fuck me. Where's that Uncle Ben page? Hang on, I gotta fix that before I forget. I really like writing stories. What if you could do this for the rest of your life, huh? Come on. Okay, there we go. Giving air tours, even though I'm working part time. Giving air tours at the Disney Star. Yeah, unlike Moon Park, that sucks. Giving air tours at the Disney Star. At the Disney Store, at that new Disney Store. At that new Disney Store, I like that. And then Fury said I was going to sell you to Disney, right? Yes. I'll donate you to Disney. All right, good. I'll donate you to the Disney Star. I like that. Fuck it. I keep pushing that shit. I'll donate you to the Disney store. And I'll donate you to the new Disney store. I'll turn you into a permanent sculpture and I'll donate you to the new Disney store. There you go. I like that. The Disney Star replaces the Death Star. Yay! Fuck off. It's fun. A trip to the Disney Star made him, but something in the fields made him change his mind. No, triggered that change. Not made him change his mind. It's stupid. Something in the field triggered the turn. The cowardly heel escape. Something in the fields triggered a return. Triggered a turn. He's loaded with rocks. Of the Sandman. Loaded up with rocks. Oh, god damn it. Just make the whole thing there. Hate that fucking happens. It's just a pet peeve when it's panel at the end of the page. Fucking cunt. Something in a field triggered a turn. All right, page 22. Remember, you can fix all this in post, give everything a new page so it looks neat while you're writing. Again, remember, it's just a thing. Madripoor or where? Metropolis. Fuck it, throw an Easter egg in there. Metropolis. Madripoor or Metropolis? It's Madripoor or Metropolis? Or we could say it's leaving for the Disney store. All right. Page 22, we got to do some mining. We got to figure out if we're going to transition or just take them right to the lab. Remember, Peter and the Vulture are brawling. Tony wanted this. We got them outside the fucking hotel room. Distracted. Perfection. And now we're either going to reunite with some scientists or I got to figure out what they're doing to Norman. And I feel like our answer is not in this issue, but I think in the annual. But let's see if we can pull out of here. Because fuck it, we're going to do page 22 and 23 too. I don't know if we'll do it this class. Save it for the next class. Save it for the next class. All right. Remember, we left off. A random person turned out to be killed, but he was friends with Nightcrawler because the guy was trying to draw out the Punisher and frame the Punisher. And Spider-Man was framed, and Nightcrawler was framed. I cannot say this is their strongest writing run. But they did get a lot of guest stars. You see the upcoming movie's going to have the Punisher in it, Hulk, Jean Grey. I mean, they're just throwing everything at the fucking wall. But good. Let's have some fun. Punisher, Nightcrawler, Roosevelt Field. They're fighting on the tramway. Punisher's shooting at him. Nightcrawler jumps in right through the fucking window. We got action right out of the fucking gate. Three-way fucking brawl. Spider-Man versus Punisher versus Nightcrawler. Everybody's got guns on everybody. Everybody's fucking shooting at everybody. Roosevelt Island's full of fucking freaks. I just couldn't risk being captured by that pistol-packing Punisher. So what we have here is mistaken identity. A way of getting the artist to draw three awesome characters beating the shit out of each other. And now Punisher and Spider-Man. This battered van is so important. By now, this area must be swarming police. Get past them, and this buggy is going to be just this side of it possible. I've learned to survive on the battlefield by crossing only one bridge at a time. Crossing this particular bridge was the easy part, Punisher. It's crossing the police barricade waiting for us on the other side that's going to be the fucking problem. And then Punisher just barrels fucking through it. Now, Mary Jane's looking to piss off Peter because he ditched out on her at fucking Coney Island. The cover for our new Spider-Man textbook is literally going to be Mary Jane and the fucking hot dog. I was inspired reading Spider-Man for next month's cover, and then it barreled into just doing a collection of spider covers. Fucking awesome. Mary Jane looks fucking hot. Looks hot. Summertime Mary Jane. She ditches out on Peter. And now, J. Jonah Jameson meets the woman who is going to become his future wife, Dr. Marla Madison. He's trying to prove about cloned Peter. Peter, of course, is on a stakeout with Punisher and Nightcrawler, jumping in vans, fucking people up. They're at this cool block party in the city. We always like to see them draw the city because, this is the city in 1976. There was a different flavor. They were about to go through a major power outage and a hot ass fucking summer of Sam. And the most famous, coolest writer in the world, yours truly, gets born in that next summer. Actually, I'm about to be born not too many months away. I'm born in June, and this is October we're reading? No, November. This is November of 76. Although I think the storylines are behind a little. Who the fuck knows? Who gives a shit? It's 1976, November, when this comes out, we're reading it. I'm born in 7 months. Kind of cool. Now, all of Jigsaw's men interrupt this thing. They beat the fuck out of Spider-Man. They're covered in chains. Oh, gamma chains. I like that. When they bring them in, okay. No, I mean, do they have the time to forge gamma chains? Well, I guess, look, it's a mine. But Peter and Vulture are brought in. No, they shouldn't be in gamma. Well, they should be in gamma. Oh, they're zapped. They're normal, but they're away from the gamma. The gamma is like kryptonite. So maybe they shouldn't be in chains because they can't bust out if it's gamma chains. They wouldn't have gamma chains. They're just mining the fucking rocks. They're not pressing them into fucking chains. Or maybe they're setting a trap. They're setting a trap for the Hulk. Setting a trap for the Hulk. They plan to harvest Norman Osborn. High levels of gamma radiation in his blood. Who is testing? Who's experimenting on him? Is it the Tinkerer? Nah, they wouldn't trust him with that down there. The Tinkerer. All right, so Spider-Man's in chains. It turns out this is the introduction of Jigsaw. Oh, I love Jigsaw. I love this fucking guy. Great fucking psycho villain with a fucked up patchwork face. You probably don't remember me punishing, but wait, do you need to poop? I'm sorry. Let me put your pad down. You got a pad down. Go. Poop. You probably don't remember me punishing, but I remember you. I was just a two-bit punk when you wiped out the gang I was working with and knocked me head through a plate glass window. But I'm not a punk no more, Punisher. These days they call me Jigsaw. I'm the guy that's going to kill you. Come out forever, Punisher. I'm warning you. How did they take out Spider-Man? I was so concerned barreling through these fucking pages. All right, so wait. Oh, he's got ninjas. I could put 6 slugs in him right now, but the boss wants this creep alive. They hit him with gas. Oh no, they cracked him with a pipe over the back of his fucking head. Crank! They should be about to harvest. Like, remember, when he gets there, they're setting a trap for the Hulk, right? They're setting a fucking trap for the Hulk. Remember, the Hulk, we brought the Hulk in at the beginning. We didn't even see him yet. We're not going to see him in this issue either. We're inspired because the Hulk's popping up in this brand new trailer. It's brand new day trailer. We're making him the bad guy. We're just going to use him as a method of escape. Like the Hulk could fucking come in and destroy the fucking place. They want to liberate the place, but instead the Hulk will liberate them. Like just a fucking whirlwind, a fucking monster just comes in. And they have a chance to go. Vulture will leave, and Peter will have a chance to leave Norman there to die, but he can't. Oh, I think we have our ending. Fucking have our ending here. They're setting a trap for the Hulk. Right as they're about to harvest the blood out of Norman, out of Vulture, out of fucking Peter. Like I said, all just a bunch of nameless fucking. We're not gonna throw away a villain here. The boss, the boss, the boss. Levels of gamma. These 2 men should be dead. These 2 men should be dead. Obviously, they're enhanced. There's no gamma radiation in their blood like the other one. Like, they'll have Norman in a full-on back to tank, and they can be just literally draining Norman of his blood. Peter's going to save Norman. This issue ends with Peter saving Norman, returning the favor. He's got to return the favor. I like this. That's what we're trying to set up here. I love Jigsaw. Come out before you make me mad. I'm wearing your Punisher. Let's see that miserable face here. I don't know why he's Irish, but you got you got yourself just 3 seconds to show yourself, Punisher. Well, that's how he talks. All right, so fuck it. That's it. Jigsaw's gonna flip around, do some shooting. He's gonna blow fucking Spider-Man's head off, and then Nightcrawler busted in, fucks some people up in disguise. He comes in and he's busting up on Jigsaw. Mr. Teleportation. Jigsaw versus Nightcrawler. I like it. Now, Jigsaw's people all wear masks like him, like the Joker, which I like. Jigsaw's kind of like the Joker. To avoid injuring any bystanders, my rifle was loaded with rubber bullets. Okay, I like it, because he likes to kill people. Gas grenades, Punisher jumps out, he's fucking people up, Spider-Man busts out of the chains, he's got his fucking consciousness back. It is a whirlwind fucking brawl. Jigsaw's ninjas, Jigsaw Punisher. Jigsaw tries to run away, ditches out on his guys like a fucking villain. They fight on a moving fucking fire truck. I'm loving this. On the fire truck, hits him with the fucking hose. This is a fight scene. This is a fucking fight scene. We like Jigsaw. Should Jigsaw be the guy, the fucking scientist right now? Nah, he doesn't work as the scientist. She don't want to give up yet, Jigsaw. Special exoskeleton outfit makes me more than a match for anyone. But then the hose gets caught, ties around him, smashes him into the fucking wall face first. A handful of other people in the bargain pal, just so we can get a shot at the Punisher. That maniac murdered my old friend. So random people were killed so this guy can get at the Punisher. I always hate that shit. I always hate those dumb stories. To continue his adventures in the all-new X-Men mag, on sale everywhere. Gripes, he's gone again. Punisher's gone too. The war goes on. If you thought our hapless hero's life was going downhill, wait till you see what happens next. There's action aplenty in the little saga we call The Kingpin's Men. All right, what do we got? We got Kingpin throwing a fucking desk at Spider-Man. The Kingpin is back, Webhead, and this time there's no way on earth to stop it. All right. So that brings us to December and November over here. So we'd have to read one more of these and then do the annual. Because I want to see if there's any experimentation here. And this one, Dr. Stillwell! Yes, we have our fucking annual, gives us our doctor. Dr. Stillwell is going to be the one experiment, is going to be the one in that place. Maybe we should save that for next class. No, we need page fucking 22. Alright, so fuck it. They're brought into the lab. Alright, we have to finish this dumb fucking story. I hate this fucking story. So let's get through it. Let's see if we can use anything. Always remember, never disregard a story. Always go panel by panel. Let the trial begin. Jesus fucking Christ. The Alpha Jam is still functioning correctly, Doctor. Blocking Philip the Wolf from communicating mentally with his son, Brian. Excellent. Since Brian's severed nerve system can receive no commands, his greatly enhanced but oh god, I hate this. This is the trial. This is a fucking trial. All right. Remember, don't just jump. But both frustrations of the bailiff and the police captain Gene DeWolf have to wait on the arrival of certain gentlemen of the press. Isn't that Emerson Bale, the famous district defense attorney with Iron Man? What's wrong with you, Parker? Don't you read the Bugle? Of course it is. We wouldn't be late if you hadn't stopped to buy film. Whatever. Oh, good God. Oh, God, it's a trial issue. Of all the nerve, J. Jonah Jameson, that too, publisher of the Daily Bugle. You're the man that prints the scandal sheet. All right, so he goes in. Peter's getting pictures of Iron Man. All right, so it's kind of taking Peter down to street level. Let's not just completely blow through. That was those passions that drove the man I was. Truth from a press photographer. The press has already begun misrepresenting this case, Doctor, turning it into a sideshow. It is never any different, Avenger. Those in the limelight as we are, as Gene is now, are ever subject to the curious passions of others. It's none of my business, Doc. You make it sound like you've never experienced those feelings. And that I find hard to swallow. Now smile, fellas, and say cheese. All right, fuck off. Wait, so what are they saying about Jean DeWolf? Oh, because they're saying she's a cunt? What is it? I hope you're right, Doctor. This court won't look favorable to any kind of disruption. All right, so are they being brainwashed by some? I hate this fucking issue. Why all the special hardware friends? Gene DeWolf requested a Fury Kid. Requested a Fury Kid. Guess she thinks she'll need a link up with some of the best legal eagles in the country. You can tell Bailiff's ready, Connor. Oh, look, it's Matt Murdock. We knew it. Murdock, am I coming in clear? Yes, Counselor, of course. Forgive me, please. Matt Murdock, the blind law partner of the XDA? I know you can't hear me, Brian, that since the night of your ambush, you've been a total catatonic. But Dr. Strange has promised to help you, Brian, to find a cure. Oh, good God. Big moment, Parker. I've had your big moment up to here. I may work for you, but picking the flesh of another person's misery is way out of my line. Oh, so he wants me to take pictures of the family all fucked up. Court is in session. Oh, good God. Is this a legal issue? For word him mind free, they're saying that he's brainwashed. Such as the unsuspecting shield technician assigned to watch over the helmet. Which, while it effectively jams the alpha frequency of my mind, is somewhat less of a success in the delta. Oh, good God. What am I reading? What am I reading? And now my unwilling host body disconnecting alpha jammer. The guards who absorbed the Perry Mason part of the case, I've probably. Alright, so Spider Man's sneaking in. Why is he sneaking in? And the Wraith will avenge the wrongs of the father. Okay, so this guy's another what? Army soldier of the Wraith? Oh, good God. I saw Brian move. Brainwashing. Alright, Wraith wakes up. He's gonna fuck everybody up in the courtroom. Isn't this wonderful? Oh, God. Kill everybody in the court. Good. Father's away. Can we just kill everybody? Can you just kill the fucking Wraith? I hate this fucking issue. I'd say like a cat, except I'm sure the newest Lady Avenger. Good God. Hellcat, that's what we have. Well, Corla, what braces you doing there? What's going on? Colonel Fury! I didn't know that you were monitoring this hearing on that special hookup, too. But since you are, you might as well sit back and watch the show. Starting with the amazing muzzling of the supervillain of the month in the center ring, which, by the way, should free the one and only Golden Avenger. Alright, so Iron Man's gonna fuck shit up. This fucking Wraith, could you please kill this guy already? I hate this guy. This is the stupidest fucking character. If I could kill him over and over again, I would! He's got us believing again in something that doesn't exist except in our minds. Okay, Shellhead, good question. Is the animated section of flooring. Okay, the floor has now come alive. They're all hallucinating. The guns are shooting. Nick Fury's pissed off. Can we use anything from Fury here? Am I going flaky or are those three fighting in empty air? See, all right, they're all. The first man that answers the wrong way gets sacked. Look, mono hands. Okay, so wisdom or cowardice. Wreath is fighting Iron Man. Iron Man's getting zapped in the fucking head. I don't like mind control. Unless you're doing like Mad Hatter. Spider-Man in a court of law. Now the camera blew up in his face. Spider-Man's distracted. Doctor Strange's gonna step in, zap the fucking guy in the mind. He's gonna fucking take out the hallucinations. Wraith's gonna get punched in the fucking face. Please punch him in the fucking face. Please shoot this asshole. He's an idiot. Wraith's a schmuck. The silence is burning. Captain Jean DeWolf sucks. Did they fucking kill her already? She got killed by her lover. Must be the bullet lodged in the Brian's spine. It must be removed. Years ago, an accident deprived my fingers of their sensitivity and fine control, ending my career as a surgeon, nearly ruining my life. Now that will cost this lad his life. So he reaches in and pulls it out. The mystic probe has stirred a self-preservation instinct in Brian's brain. His own mental might shielded his brain against my mistake, and it was enough. The nerve ending's been fused, the healing process has begun, and the obstruction is removed. So he's alive. Take a long, hard look, DeWolf, at all you tried to destroy. You blew it, madman, and I hope it makes you choke. So now these judges are just chilling before justice is thrown out with the bathwater. And so it goes without problems with the defense. Firstly, the testimony of Spider-Man is discounted as there is still a question of criminality hanging over the wall crawler's own head. And the others stand behind. Oh, good God, I hate this fucking thing. So what, Professor Xavier showed up? Which leaves everything hinging on the question of the powers of the mind and whether one mind may influence another. Specialist Professor Charles Xavier answers yes, at least in the case of a genetic mutation. The tight-bred moon dragon demonstrates that the super science of alien race can also produce such powers. But points out the prosecuting attorney neither applies. Oh, God damn, I hate this fuck stupid issue. A lawyer definitely wrote this boring piece of shit issue. Philip DeWolf, you're going to jail, and you're an asshole. Gene told me what happened, Doctor. You're both law officers. If such a power is there to be used, then it should be used. And maybe Wraith should live again. They let this asshole live. He killed people! Oh, but under the orders of the commissioner. Alright, fuck off. Whatever Brian chooses, Spider-Man, he won't go to alone. Having someone around who loves and believes in you might make it a little easier. Fuck off. Ay, ay, ay. That was the hardest decision ever to meet, Ron. Yes, we couldn't acknowledge forces just telepathy telekinesis, yet morally, we were bound by knowing that such forces do indeed exist. Oh, God. But that laughter is thousands of miles away in the sun-baked desert of New Mexico. Holy shit, tell me the Hulk comes in. That they do, Martin, indeed they do. There is laughter in the chambers. Are they all making shit float? Oh, so what? All the judges are telekinetics? Is that what they were trying to say? Oh, cool. The judges are telekinetics. Oh, that's so cute. But that laughter is thousands of miles from the sun-baked desert of Western. Holy shit. How funny is that? We want the Hulk to come in there and free the day. And to a certain green-skinned being, justice is a concept as alien as the few rare moments of peace given him as his travels across the earth. How funny is that? See, that's how it is coincident. It all lines up. Yet seek for peace he will endlessly. For he is the Incredible Hulk. But old Greenskin will have to wait an issue because next month our webbed wall crawler teams up with none other than Captain America. Really? So they tease the Hulk. I like that. I like that. Okay, so we're in December. December. And the annual. Ex-convict Richard Deacon is transformed into the Fry by Dr. Stillwell in a plan conducted by J. Jonah Jameson. What will become the Daily Bugle's publisher when his plan backfires? So, I mean, these guys can wake up and again, another one of these experimental cult kind of things going on here. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking to cap this class, page 22, with our stakes. We have the outline. We know what we want to do. Dr. O can always catch up with those guys in the beginning of the issue. Okay. So Dr. Stillwell will attempt to experiment on Peter and the Vulture. We may even have the Fly as a cameo or failed experiment. As Peter and the Vulture try to plan an escape, or just as hope seems lost, the Hulk will suddenly appear and destroy the place. See, the tease that we were doing was that Iron Man and Sandman were going to build up an Iron Man suit and save the day. He said, I have an idea, but I'm going to need to get my hands on some of those rocks. So Sandman and him had a plan, but the plan would almost be thwarted when the Hulk comes in and just fucking destroys. It could be, let's make it brutal too, like he'll fucking kill some motherfuckers. These last couple pages, we can have some fun and just make it fucking brutal. I mean, necks fucking snapping, limbs fucking breaking, they're fucking shooting at him. We got 3 pages left here. And again, we can add pages if it helps benefit the story. We can make it 28 pages. It was silly. Let's see what we can get out of this thing. I need another water. Let's put on some art that you can enjoy while I go get water. Sue Storm. Here you go. Bikinis. I'll be back. Oh. Enchanted evening. Oh, what can you say? It's nice to be happy for the first time in a while, baby. My dad passed away recently and just starting to smile again. Takes a while. All right, December here. December here. But yeah, we got one more piece of November. So let's use it. Dr. Stillwell. Years, Robertson. I tell you, I've devoted years to exposing that blasted wall crawler for the threat that he is. All right, so Jameson is after Spider-Man. You're right. On time for the Spider-Man Menace Litany number 40,679. The speaker, J. Jonah Jameson. Who else? So tell me, Mr. City Editor, what are we doing wrong? Why does a best-selling newspaper finally find it scrambling for an audience? They've already scooped us in the White Tiger story a while back. Aha! As seen in the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 22. You see? Trying to get you to read that stupid issue. That new publisher of theirs, KJ Clayton, is starting to make us look silly. Silly! I won't stand for it, I tell you. How could somebody out of nowhere and suddenly be competition for J. Jonah Jameson? All right, KJ Clayton. Peter Parker with the fucking badass turtleneck fucking brown jacket look, the golden brown. Sleeping till 9 in the morning. I was sleeping, JJ. I usually sleep till about 9 in the morning. You do. Well, that stops now, as in this newspaper, Parker. Not a rest home. Now on, you sleep on your own time. Not the Bugles. I like it. How come the Bugle hasn't got one single picture of Spider-Man of you in a week? All right. I like the art. This is Gil Kane, definitely. You don't remember telling me you didn't want any more shots of Spidey just beating up muggers or bank robbers. You said it made him look too sympathetic. Besides, all his old foes the world's been photographing are all in jail. Oh, wait a minute. Like the Shocker, the Sandman, the Vulture, and the Scorpion are still in jail. Stop, Parker. Hold it right there. You give me the idea of the century. He's going to make a new villain. Tax deductible. Sometimes I get a cold chill up my spine. Peter Parker trying to get himself off a certain publisher's Christmas mailing list. We see travel downtown several hours later to that Heinz section of the city where crumbling buildings crowd as far back as they can go. The waterfront. Ah, the police. Yeah, it's dangerous here. Ah, it's bad times. Deacon! It's Captain Bonner. I know you can hear me, Deacon. So, Deacon, this guy's a two-bit piece of shit villain. Bad guy, crook, criminal. He's gonna get his ass kicked. Spidey's gonna take some fucking pictures. I believe this guy is about to become a Geoffroy. And not exactly being Mr. Popular with Inside Goons. Okay, so what do we got? Sure it doesn't. No sweat. Oh, he talks about Philippe Petit, the guy that walked across the World Trade Center. Now back to business. The goons are supposed to be on the third floor. Okay, Spider-Man's gonna go in. He's gonna bust shit up. Richard Deacon's got a whole shitload of hostages. Ricky, that's Bonner down there, your old parole officer. Oh, he's got a bunch of criminals. Shut up, old man. You make a joke of being honest. What kind of men are you? Shut up, animal. Mr. Levin, don't. That order went to you too, sister. I don't want to get the old man hurt. It's me you want, my father's money. Can't you let him go? Oh, they got a chick up for ransom. They punched her in the fucking face. Holy shit. They don't fuck around in these comics. Spider-Man's gonna come in. He's gonna save the day. He's gonna fuck up these bad guys. Deacon's gonna come and save Benichino's booted feet. Rotted planking. Spider-Man comes in. Fucks up the bad guys. Sprays his fucking face. Rips his gun away. Uppercuts him into the fucking wall. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. Oh well, okay. I want to get to the fucking experimentation. We got the beating the shit out of bad guys part down pretty much. How in blazes? All right. We saw the Hulk. Like very Jurassic Park, what happens? You look a little naked without your hostage. Know something, killer? Face it. All right, it's okay. This Richard Deacon. This is taking forever. Just fucking put him. Good. Okay, the girl's been saved. Oh, look at that. I'm beginning to wonder whether I should switch my subscription from the Bugle to the Globe. I like that. All right, we're at the waterfront. Dr. Harlan Stillwell. I counted on that doctor when an employee of mine gave me the idea in the first place. And you knew, no doubt, Mr. Jameson, that like my late brother Farley, Dr. Harlan Stillwell would be in desperate need of funds to carry out my research. Desperate enough to do anything. I like that. Don't be so melodramatic, Stillwell. I'm not asking you to do anything illegal. But you came to my brother and family with a similar request. That's right, maybe they built the Scorpion. And the result was the creation of a dangerous criminal, the Scorpion. It was an accident. And it's now I'm looking for someone to create a superhero for me. For good. A force that will rid the city and me of that wall-crawling menace, Spider-Man. All right. Good. His spider sense, his ability to clear the walls, his speed, his spider strength. Good. I want to rival all of Spider-Man's over-vaunted powers. A tall order, Mr. Jameson, but there is a scientific correlation between. Spare me the details, Doctor. Just call me when it's done. Not realizing that what supreme irony that a fool is offering me a fortune. Not realizing that his commission dovetails completely with my own work, already in progress. Come, my beauties, our moment is upon us. Musca domestica, common house flies, possessed of extremely powerful multi-membranous wings for speed, segmented legs that allow them to cling to any surface, compound eyes whose many facets enable them to see in all directions, and strength, the power to lift and carry many times their own weight. Yes, my pets, you will do quite nicely for what I have planned, but there is still the minor matter of a volunteer. Consider that solved, Doc. Who are you? How'd you get in here? I crawl, Doc, like a frazzled, crippled insect. I know you've patched up pals of mine when the price was right. I also know what you and Jameson was talking about before. Before I could kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, Doc, Jameson's new superstar is going to be me, Rick Deacon. DEA, the news report. You're the kidnapper the police killed. Tried to kill. You mean I'm close to it, but I ain't dead yet. And don't aim to die, at least nowadays, if I pay back fucking Spider-Man. Now you operate on me or I'll put this gun in your head and pull. Well then, I have my volunteer. Now let's keep going. Let's see when he turns him into the fly. And in two shakes of a snail's tail, we are reaching the critical phase of the operation, Mr. Deacon. Now there's no turning back. Quit your yakking, Doc. Just shoot the works. As you say, my boy, I am now increasing the dosage. Within seconds, every atom of your body will be impregnated with genetic coding of common fly. Within moments, your very physiognomy, whatever the fuck, will begin to alter itself. Burning Duck, I'm Yar. That was expected. There can be no birth, not even rebirth, without accompanying pain. Maybe a little too much pain. I'm like, well, maybe how come everything looks so weird? What's wrong with it? Worked. You changed me, Doc. I don't feel the bullet wounds anymore. I don't feel like Rick Deacon. I've become a human fry, said the spider to the fly. All right, let's get some writing done here. Okay. When Peter comes to, he sees he and the vulture are strapped down, strapped to carts, and being pushed into towards a lab. Now they should be in the lab already. When Peter comes to, he sees he okay, strapped to what? Lab beds, laboratory beds, and what looks like a makeshift lab. Now, should they roll them past the trap? Should we see a big Hulk trap? When Peter comes to, he sees he and the vulture are strapped to laboratory beds in what looks like a makeshift lab. Okay. We see a masked doctor observing them, while flanked by one of his armed masked guards. We see the master observing them while flanked by one of his armed masked guards. The doctor is holding up, is running a radiation scanner along Peter's body as he wakes up and observes. Look, this is going to be Dr. Stillwell's going to tell Peter what's going down. So what we got to do here, okay, we'll attempt to experiment on Peter, and we even have like we're gonna show the fly's probably gonna be dead in that fucking thing. They experimented and they failed. We tried to make a human fly. Unfortunately, it failed. I wouldn't call it a complete failure. However, we have the body frozen for progress. All right, so the body's gonna be frozen for progress, and the next tank will have Norman. He'll look weak and thin, and like sickly even. Okay, I like that. Wakes up and observes. The human fly will be in one tank, and Norman will be in the other. Dr. Stillwell will want to Dr. Stillwell will want to experiment on Peter and harvest the vulture. I like this. The doctor's running a radio. Okay, so fuck, let's get right into it. It's fun. Like you never want to feel like you're forcing a story. And sometimes it's rough when you feel like you're stuck and the mining's not working and the comics aren't working. But then it just kind of comes to you and it folds in, and you tell yourself the reason I was reading this issue is because it feeds the narrative here. It's almost like perfect kismet. And especially if you can sell it and make a profit doing it, people want to fucking read it because they hate the comics that they're currently putting out at Marvel and Disney. We'll see. Disney. Peter comes to. He sees the vault. Oh wait, I don't. Yeah, I can't have the super yacht. I keep forgetting in that page. 5 for annihilation. The Oscorp Tower. I need that thing with the map. Here it is, 5 and 6. Not a suit. We see a large Disney star where Florida used to be. Hovering over it as a large Disney styled Death Star. The Disney is a large Disney Death Star. Yay! Pure gamma runs. I can't wait to fix this because I can't stand when it overlays. All right, 22. The doctor is running a radiation scanner along Peter's body as he wakes up and observes. SFX of the radiation scanner. Dr. Stillwell. You see the mast? Dr. Stillwell. Observing them while flanked by one of his armed masked guards. Wake. You're awake, boy. And I am amazed that you are still alive. You don't have the same levels of gamma radiation in your blood. You don't have the same levels of gamma radiation in your blood as your colleague. You don't have the same levels of gamma radiation in your blood as your colleagues here. You don't have the same levels of gamma radiation in your blood as your colleagues here. Who experimented on you? I believe it was your mother. Now, he wouldn't be quipping out of the gate there. You're awake, boy. You're awake, sir. You're awake, sir. I am Dr. Harlan Stillwell, and I am amazed. And I am, and I am amazed that you are still alive. You don't have the same levels of gamma radiation in your blood as your colleagues here, but there are traces. But there are traces. That's why pure gamma exposure. But there are traces. That's why pure gamma exposure merely nullified you, as opposed to killing you. B, are you a mutant? Are you a mutant? Or a lab experiment? Peter would say, actually, I'm a Pisces. No, you should be a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Actually, I'm a Gemini. As opposed, that's why pure gamma exposure merely nullified you, merely normalized you. That's why pure gamma exposure merely normalized you, as opposed to killing you. Are you a mutant? Or a lab experiment? Actually, I'm a Gemini. Humorous. Let's give him that line. Charming. To the last. You will make a perfect. You will make a perfect specimen. Charming. To the last. You will make a perfect specimen. When Peter comes to, he sees he and the vulture are strapped to laboratory beds in what looks like a makeshift lab. We see the masked doctor still observing them while flanked by one of his armed masked guards. The doctor is running a radiation scanner along Peter's body as he wakes up and observes SFX of the radiation scanner. You're awake, sir. I am Dr. Harlan Stillwell. I'm amazed that you are still alive. You don't have the same levels of gamma radiation in your blood as your colleagues here. But there are traces. That's why pure gamma exposure merely normalized you, as opposed to killing you. Are you a mutant? Or a lab experiment? Actually, I'm a Gemini. Charming. To the last. You will make the perfect specimen. Should we save that for the next panel? Charming to the last. Or a lab experiment. Actually, I'm a Gemini. All right. Let's save that. Because we don't want it as a throwaway one. Okay, close up on the sadistic, almost fascinated grin. No, but he's the grinning. He's removing his mask, showing an almost disfigured, an almost disfigured but smart face. We close up on the sadistic grin of Dr. Stillwell. Charming to the last. You will make a perfect specimen. And I have been begging our what? And I have been begging our benefactors. Charming to the last. You'll make a perfect specimen. And I have been begging our benefactors. You will make a perfect specimen. I like it. Fuck it, let's get right into it. Panning out, we will see two large back to tanks. Panning out, we will see two large back to tanks. As Dr. Stillwell orders their beds pushed closer. He preaches to Peter and the vulture. He preaches to Peter and the vulture while admiring his tank specimens like works of art. I like that. You ought like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I try so hard. Can't get enough of that. Don't know why it is about the way we get loose. Two large back to tanks as Dr. Stillwell orders their beds pushed closer by guards. He preaches to Peter as the vulture while admiring his tank specimens like works of art. All right, is that panel 4? Okay. Tank specimens like works of art. Charming to the last. You will make a perfect specimen. All right, so Dr. Stillwell will say, God damn it, where is it? Still, I have been begging our benefactors. I have been begging our benefactors to obtain for us enhanced individuals. Fortunately, we don't get many tourists in the wastelands. None of your ilk. Closest we came. The closest we came Closest we came. The closest we came. I've been begging our benefactors to obtain for us enhanced individuals. Unfortunately, we don't get many tourists in the wastelands. None of your ilk. The closest we came to success was a man named Rick Deacon. Panning out, we see two large Bacta tanks as Dr. Stillwell orders their beds pushed closer by the guards. Okay. He preaches to Peter as the vulture. Preaches to Peter the vulture, admiring his tank specimen like works of art. Oh. I have been begging our benefactors to obtain first enhanced individuals. Unfortunately, we don't get many tourists in the wastelands. At least, none of your ilk. None of your ilk. I don't need the closest we came to success. I mean, at least none of your ilk. I have long preached. I have long preached of the benefits of synthesized. I have long preached of the benefits of synthesized gamma particles placed in the bloodstream. I have long preached of the benefits of synthesized gamma particles. Why would he be telling? This is the villain revealing his fucking plot. I have been begging our benefactors to obtain for us enhanced individuals. Unfortunately, we don't get many tourists in the wastelands. At least, none of your ilk. I have long preached of the benefits. I have, I have long, I have long lectured of the benefits of synthesized gamma radiation, of synthesized gamma particles. Part. I have long lectured of the benefits of synthesized gamma particles being placed in the bloodstream. The next step in human evolution. The powers that be used it. The next step in human evolution. But the powers that be used it to make weapons. To make weapons of mass destruction. Well, you know the rest. And now we have. But in their blunders, we have this treasure. Wait a second. And well, you know the rest. But in the aftermath, of their failure, but in the aftermath of their avarice, well, you know the rest. But in the aftermath of their avarice, they created this field of treasure. Like the gods handing us. Like the gods handing us ambrosia. So that Peter will hit him with. Wonderful. So why not experiment on yourself? I like that. And well, the powers that be used it to make weapons of mass destruction. And well, you know the rest. But in the aftermath of their avarice, they created this field of treasure. like the gods handing us ambrosia. Wonderful. So why not experiment on yourself? So do we have a shot of Stillwell staring at the human fly when he says, "What do you think I'm here for? What do you think is the end game? What do you think is my end game?" Because the idea is let's make him almost sickly, like radiation poisoning has kind of fucked him up a little. See, the masked Dr. Stillwell, who looks a bit gangly from gamma exposure, who looks a bit gangly, who stands, who stands slightly gangly and deformed from gamma exposure. I like that. Observing. Good, 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 good. Charming to the last. You'll make a perfect specimen. I've been begging our benefactors to obtain for us enhanced individuals. Unfortunately, we don't get many tourists in the wastelands. At least, none of your ilk. I have long lectured of the benefits in synthesized gamma particles. I have long lectured of the benefits of. God, I can't get this line out. I have long lectured of the benefits of synthesized gamma particles. Of synthesized gamma particles being placed in the bloodstream. The next step in human evolution. Imagine a cell that can eat cancer, that can eat cancerous tissue. Imagine a cell that can eat cancerous tissue. And perhaps even revive the memory. Imagine a cell that can eat cancerous tissue, or perhaps even revive the memories of a fallen mind. Oh, I like that. But the powers that be used it to make weapons of mass destruction. Well, you know the rest. But in the aftermath of their avarice, they created this field of treasure, like the gods handing us ambrosia. Wonderful. So why not experiment on yourself? Don't think I haven't. You see Dr. Stillwell from the back while he pulls down, while he lights up, while he lights up the tank, the back of the tank, containing the human fly. Who we see is frozen, is in a state of frozen Bacta, like Han Solo, like a blue Han Solo from Return of the Jedi. Oh, from Empire Strikes Back. In carbonite freeze. He is currently dead, but cryogenically, genically frozen like Walt Disney. Peter looks on in horror. The Vulture should still be unconscious. See, and the unconscious Vulture, unconscious Vulture, strapped, not what looks like, in a makeshift lab. In a lab, makeshift lab. Okay. Peter looks on in horror. So I like this. Now we get the human fucking fly. We're probably going to end this page with the Hulk attacking. And the idea is we're going to think, is it Fury? Is it Tony in an Iron Man suit? Is it Sandman in the Gamma Rocks? No, it's going to be the Hulk. They're going to say, set the traps. Get the traps ready. The Hulk is going to smash the fucking place up. And they will liberate the slaves. The captives. Peter looks on in horror. All right, let's see what we got here. I spent most of it getting punched, gouged, and shot at by a pack of would-be kidnappers. Come out of it with a single picture because Jameson doesn't want simple kidnappers. He wants villains. Oh, come on, don't fucking do this. Ugh. My page back. All right, good. All right, so going back here. Good. All right, good, good, good. All right. Called Robbie before he left the apartment. Sunday supplements. Changing back into his clothes. Of course, he feels all right. He's trying to create a human fly to go out there. Spider-Man. Oh, okay. I told you not to call him. Sorry, but something's come up. Something we hadn't counted on. You better hurry over. This is another story of Jameson creating a villain to kill Spider-Man. The flies. Oh, the fly has killed Dr. Harlan Stillwell, deceased. Cause of death: a small hole about the size of a nickel, directly through the left ventricle of the heart. A bullet. He's been shot. By who? Not important. So Jameson buggers out. Like a coward. Wow. And here comes the fry. The human fry. Losing him his bait. Robbie and Jameson. The fly comes barreling through the fucking wall. Jameson tries to help Peter. Robertson gets knocked out. Rick Deacon's pissed off. You get Spider-Man from me and the press and the TV guys and have him at the Coliseum at midnight. All I want is Spider-Man. It's his life or Jameson's, Jack. It's up to you to decide. You just worry about Joe Robbie. The web slayer can take care of himself. Yeah, he recognized this voice. That's what you did? You fucking lying sack of shit. All right, New York Coliseum. Everybody's coming in. They want to watch the fight. We had the fight between Spider-Man and Vulture. It got them zapped and brought into the lab. Fly's gonna fucking tackle him. Jolly Jonas, at least my favorite people. Fly's gonna punch Spider-Man around. He's pissed off because he had him fucking thrown in jail and kicked his fucking ass. But this annual gave us our doctor. The creepy look, the idea of the human fly being the failed experiment. Jameson's tied up to the fucking rafters. He's gonna drop in the middle of fucking Madison Square Garden. He's pissed off. I hate you. I hate everybody. I'm gonna punch the fucking rafters. You're gonna fall out of the rafters, you fucking freak. I'm gonna save Jameson in the net. Jameson's gonna be pissed because Spider-Man saved his life from the guy he helped create. And this time, mister, I make sure the police get their hands on you for the murder of Harlan Stillwell. How does Spider-Man know that? They said a nifty no prize to whoever knows that. Did he go there? Oh, is he following him? You got a case. Spider-Man's gonna fight the Fly, beat the living shit out of him. My heart burns every time I see that character. And I want to thank you, Mr. Hotshot Photographer, for taking this picture before bothering to free me from the mass menace web. Careful, but freelancers aren't eligible for unemployment, you know. can't go on embarrassing myself on the front page of my own newspaper, can I? The public's tired of supervillains. They want real stuff. I like that. Muggers. I like that. That's a cute issue. You asked for it. And now you've got everybody's favorite web slinger in a second senseless shattering mag. See, look, they used this issue, and that's where we get the announcement coming from the house. You asked for it, now you've got it. Everybody's favorite web slinger in a second sense-shattering mag. It's called Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. You'll find it at your favorite newsstand. Watch for it. We're going to have to start throwing this third one in now. If they make references to it, we got to read it. If not, we'll wait for our third book. Well, I mean, chapter 3 is next. Of the AracKnight Returns. If we have to do it, we have to do it. So they use this annual to promote the next one. And they skip January 1977. We're not there yet. We'll stay there for now. January 1977. We don't need that one. We're just about done here. We got December. This is not till January, so that's coming up soon. The Kingpin is back web-headed, and this time there's no way on earth to stop him. All right, let's finish, though. I think we might be done. We might not need the Kingpin till next class. We see Dr. Stillwell from the back while he lights up the Bacta tank containing the human fly. What we see is in a state of frozen Bacta like Blue Han Solo from The Empire Strikes Back in Carbonite Freeze. He is currently dead but cryogenically frozen like Walt Disney. Peter looks on in horror. All right. That is the end game. That is the end game, boy. He doesn't call him boy. He's not those. That is the end game, sir. You will be the harbinger. You will be the harbinger in our quest for human perfection. Perhaps even immortality. Really, I prefer to be a spectator. Afraid that is the end game, sir. So you wouldn't say anything yet to him. That is the end game, sir. You will be the harbinger in our quest for human perfection. Perhaps even immortality. For all non-enhanced specimens. Perhaps even immortality. That is the end game, sir. I think it was okay. That is the end game, sir. We have made several attempts at creating. We have made several attempts at creating our own enhanced individuals. Our own gamma enhanced. We have made several attempts at creating our own gamma enhanced army. That is the end game, sir. We have made several attempts at creating our own gamma enhanced army. But all specimens have failed. We have made several attempts at creating our own gamma enhanced army. But all specimens have failed. Their bodies wouldn't adapt. Our human fly showed amazing progress, so there is still hope. You will be the harbinger in our quest for human perfection, perhaps even immortality. Really, I prefer to be a spectator. Dr. Stillwell will say, unfortunately, you have no say in the matter, and your sacrifice will be to science. Unfortunately, you have no say in the matter, and your sacrifice will be to science. I was going to save you. I was going to save your. Still talking to him over the human fly? Yeah, okay, that works. I was going to save your. I was going to save your trials till we were further along. But your little brawl tonight. But your little brawl tonight sped up the process. And I don't think your friend. And I don't think your friend will last the night. And I don't think your friend will last the night. And I don't think your friend will last the night. I don't think your friend will last the night. This old man's not my friend. So Peter will say, this old man is not my friend. This old man is not my friend. Dr. Stillwell, once again maniacally, grins as he reveals the specimen in the other tank by lighting it up. Peter once again looks on in horror as we see Norman Osborn done up, hooked up to tubes, and bubbles as he is floating in the back of the tank. While his body looks lifeless, his eyes still seem to carry that menacing glow, even while looking almost dead. I like that. And your sacrifice will be to science. I was going to save your trials till we were further along, but your little brawl tonight sped up the process, and I don't think your friend will last the night. That old man is not my friend. Dr. Stillwell once again maniacally grins as he reveals the specimen in the other tank by lighting it up. Boosh, larouche. Oh, there's still, I need the lights here. Oh, there we go. Dr. Stillwell. What about this one? Friend or foe? It's complicated. This man, studies show this man has injected himself with high levels of gamma radiation, with high levels of synthesized gamma. Our studies show this man has injected himself with high levels of synthesized gamma, along with traces of what? Along with traces of a rare African along with traces of a rare spider venom. Along with traces of a rare spider venom with origins along the Dark Continent. I like that. Our studies show this man has injected himself with high levels of synthesized gamma, along with traces of a rare spider venom with origins along the Dark Continent. And not for his advanced age. Our studies show this man has injected himself with high levels of synthesized gamma, along with traces of a rare spider venom with origins along the Dark Continent. For his advanced age. Oh, he's not old. Along with traces of a rare spider venom with origins along the Dark Continent. We plan to harvest this man's organs. Proof. Is proof that a serum can be commingled. Commingled. Can be commingled, not commingling. Can be commingled into the body, into the bloodstream. He is proof that a serum can be commingled into the bloodstream. But in order to copy it, can't camera him out. I'm working right now, buddy. He is proof that a serum can be commingled into the bloodstream. But in order to copy it, we must harvest. We must harvest all of it. Along with your other friends. Along with him and your other friend. And your other friend who is bathed in gamma. Along with him and your other friend who is bathed. Oh, what? We got the end right here. We just got to close it. Our studies show this man has injected himself with high levels of synthesized gamma, along with traces of a rare spider venom of a rare spider venom with origins along the Dark Continent. He is proof that a serum can be commingled into the bloodstream, but in order to copy it, we must harvest all of it, along with him and your other friend who was bathed, who was drenched. We must harvest all of it, along with him and your other friend who was drenched. And that makes me that makes me in a sinister move, Dr. Stillwell turns and grabs Peter by the face, coming in close and almost inspecting him like a serial killer. Inspects his victims. And that makes me the vessel. Dr. Stupid. The vessel. The vessel. So he's telling him, you're going to be my fucking guinea pig. My huckleberry. And that makes me the vessel. In a sinister move, Dr. Stillwell turns and grabs Peter by the face, coming in close and almost inspecting him like a serial killer inspects his victims. He is holding a large syringe, which sparks a hint of glowing green fluid, like he is about to inject Peter with a dose of gamma. Oh, I like so synthesized gamma. Synthesized. Ah, the vessel. I like this, and here we go. Just as Dr. Stillwell is about to inject Peter with the needle, there is a massive smashing and shaking sound. Similar to, God damn it, it is similar to when the T-Rex first showed up in Jurassic Park. I am going for that kind of vibe. Yes! Just as Dr. Stillwell is about to inject Peter with the needle, there's a massive smashing and shaking sound. It is similar to when the T-Rex first showed up in Jurassic Park. I'm going for that kind of vibe. SFX of the shaking and smashing. As the guards and Dr. Stillwell all shake and fall. One more pen. The guards begin to panic as they look to Dr. Stillwell for orders. We're done. Yay. Done with this page. Shit. It's back. Good. Don't panic. This is what we wanted. Don't panic. This is what we wanted. Don't panic. This is what we wanted. Oh shit. It's back. Don't panic. This is what we wanted. Get the others. Get the alarms and prepare the traps. No, get the other alarms. It's a fucking machine. Get the others and prepare the traps. Get the others and prepare the trap. Now! Move! Boom. SFX of more. Smashing of more T-Rex. Smashing. Shit. Love it. The Hulk is showing up like the T-Rex. Boom, boom. He's just gonna fuck the place up. We got 2 pages left. We are done with today's class. I'm not sure how. I don't give a fuck. You know what it is? Even when you think you're almost done, it always takes 2 hours or 3 hours. Who gives a shit? We did good. Fly is a cameo. Fly wants to experiment on Peter. Okay, boom. Hulk will suddenly appear and destroy the place. Catches up with the scientist. Peter will save Norman. I like it. Love it. Peter struggles with the idea of leaving him for dead. They're setting a trap for the Hulk. All right. He needs a body. Yours. Douche. Ladies and gentlemen, our notes are at the bottom. We're almost done. My God, I love when I finish a comic book. It's like the weirdest thing when you finish it. He needs a body. Yours. No. Okay, good. Brain to communicate. We're even because your code will never allow you to forgive me and I will always retaliate. Leave Empire City. We're even. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done with today's class. It took a while, but I don't give a shit. We're writing comic books. May fate and fake decide your fortune. If you like these classes, always be along with the Faro Kickstarter or pharaohslounge.com or whatever you need. We got you covered. Peace, love, and war. All that shit in between.